Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Observe from HackMyVm. This box should be about solid easy. And yeah, let's get on to the video. As always, I'm sorry, spending my terminals here. I'm still running a Netscover Mindstore 10.0.0.1/24/IT0. I'm also going to grep out for PCS. We don't have, for PCS, I put an extra P there. Doing this, we do get type the box 10.0.2.04, so I'll do Control-Shift-Z, so we're map scan. So the MMICSC for default scripts, my information will scan on ports and IP. Doing this, I'll do my verbose. This can take some time, so we're going to more into scan.txt. Looking at the ports, we have two ports open. Port 22 open for SSH. This is open SSH for Debian. Port 3333 open for DEC nodes. I'm guessing this can be a server. We do have HTTP. So this is going to be for HTTP for, we do have this for bad request and also a 200 OK. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be running HTTP on port 3333. So doing this, I'm going to visit port 3333. And here we do get the observing file, which we did see on Nmap. For the content type, we do have the content type for text/plain. Doing the observing file, which we do get for DCHMV. I'm guessing it's switching right every time. Yeah, so we do have a switching string every time. Doing this, I'm going to control your source code. And it doesn't seem like a doing anything. So I'm going to start by doing some more information. We're going to get GoBuster. We zoom in, so the GoBuster remote minus into the IP address. We'll do -w//user share word list or buster directory. Let's do everything medium.txt. We'll do extensions as HTML, TXT, and also PHP. It does seem like we do have a status for, I guess we're returning a status. We can do -s for 200. Doesn't seem to work, so I'm actually going to be using the switch for the -wildcard switch. You know, I'm also going to have to grep out for, or exclude for, like the -v option to exclude for 200, so we can actually get a proper GoBuster running. So I'm going to grep -v for 200. You'll see that this runs, we have a starting GoBuster now. Under here, we do have a /home, so I'm going to go to /home. You'll see that we do have the /home/home. It's adding, I'm guessing it's going to the file for /home under the users, but we don't know that user that's under /home, right? So I'm going to see if I can actually get a private key. So I'm going to /users .sh ID_same. So now this will lead to the path for home users .sh and ID_same. So I'm going to start by fuzzing for, or using burp to actually fuzz for this user field here for /users. I'm going to open up burp. Go to close, go to next, go to start burp. So I'm going to go to proxy, go to options, go to my specific address for 10.0.0.69. Go to intercept, go to Control R, send this within intruder. Go to payloads. Under here, usually if I do have a word list here, I believe it's under user share word list or sec list. Zato net 10 million users usernames.txt. This is a really big word list. If I try to do like a wcount -l, you'll notice that I do have a large number of words or users under this .txt file. So doing this, if I try to do a head -n, I do want to cut out for just testing out for, if I do head -n for 300 for the first 300 words inside this .txt file, right? And out here, I'll just if I just do this, normally you'll see that I do have this for 300. I'll put this to users.txt. Got the users.txt. And now I do have my own word list, right? So I'm just going to go to load. We do have this for user.txt. I'll take off this first one here. We can go to remove. Go to positions. We do want to use a attack type for sniper. Put those in there. Go to start attack. Go to OK. And doing this, the way we're going to determine this is actually by the length. So by the length, we can actually go down, go to the response. And we'll see what we get for each response, right? Going down, we'll see if we do get a private key for a valid user. Doing this, we can wait and see what we get. So after a while, we do get a length here. If we could just click on length, you'll see that we do have the largest length here for 2740. If we go to response, you'll see that we do get a private key under the user for, which we did fuzz for, which is going to be for user Jan. Doing this, we can, if you don't want to go through the length, you can actually just scroll down. you can actually go down and you'll see that you do have this 488 for the user for Jan, for the payload for Jan, and that you'll have the private key here. So to do this, I'm just going to go to copy a scroll command, paste down there. Now we do have the private key. Over terminals here, I'm just going to VI into ID underscore same. We did have the user for Jan. I'll do chmod 700, set the permissions for ID underscore same. Do SSH into Jan at 10.0.0.204. We do this for yes. We do my site for ID underscore same. We do ID, and now we're under Jan. So I'm going to start by doing some basic enumeration. So I'm just going to go under /home, check if we do have any low users. Just my SLA. Nothing under here. We're going to have one user for Jan. We do have this .sh. We do have this ID underscore same. We don't have anything under here. So I'm also running a sudo mycel. Under here, we can run a user bin systemctl for status. We can check the status for this. I'll do sudo mysu. Since we can run as any user, so I'll do this for root. And under here, we do have this op server under /opt running as root. Since we do have this running as root, and we can also browse from my home directory, right? Since we do have this running as root, we can actually go from create a symlink from the root directory, create a root directory going to /root, right? So I'm gonna start by doing that. So we'll do ln-s specify for /root, create directory for root. Now you do see that we do have a directory for root, but if you go into cd into root, you get a permission denied. But this is a symlink to /root, so we can actually go to /jan because we want to specify from home. We'll go from home Jan, we'll go from root. This still does not exist, but we'll go into ID underscore same, or we'll go into root /root .sh. We'll do the ID underscore same. Doesn't seem to work. Let's check some other files. We do have bash underscore history. And doing this, we do have the .bash underscore history. Under here, we do have the password. They did go into nano. They do have the password here for switch the switch user Jan. Nano the root.txt. Suitors. So the password for, I'm guessing this is going to be for the password for root. Click my terminal 0, switch user root. Set on that. We click my terminals, we'll do /, and counter root.txt. Well guys, if you're watching the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.